Coming to the stage right now, Westfest 2014. Y'all put your hands together for Mr. Dimitri Allen.
Come on, baby. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Come on, baby. Yeah. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Back on up. Turn it around and step on out. Come on, Ebony Horseman, here we go. Shake it to the right. Do the Ebony Horseman dance. Shake it to the left. Yeah, do the Ebony Horseman dance. Now back on up. Turn it around and step on out. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Come on, baby, yeah. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Back on up, turn it around and step on out. Come on now, shake it to the right, yeah. Do the Ebony Horseman dance. Shake it to the left. Yeah, yeah, do the Ebony Horseman dance. Back on up, turn it around and step on out. Come on, baby, let me see you shake a tail feather. Come on, baby, yeah, let me see you shake a tail feather. Now back on up, turn it around and step on out. Shake it to the right, do the Ebony Horseman dance. Shake it to the left, yeah, do the Ebony Horseman dance. Back on up, turn it around.
Good afternoon to everyone that have tuned in this afternoon to Bell's Video and Audio Service Podcast. We have a guest that have once been on this podcast in 2024, and she will be the first one I bring back in 2025 dealing with credit. In 2024, we kind of lightly talked about some credit, but tonight we're going to dig deep in the credit, concerning credit tonight. So welcome, Kat, to the platform. And Kat, as I always do, and I know you have introduced yourself once before in 2024, but there might be some new listeners, there might be some new watchers that don't know you. So I'm going to give you this opportunity again to give a small bio of yourself and to tell the audience what's your name and a little bit more about you. Kat, it's in your hand.
Well, thank you so much, Mac. And once again, thank you so much for having me. It really is an honor to just be here with you and talk to you, especially about something I enjoy as much as credit. So we both get to do something we enjoy, which is great. So for those that don't know me, my name is Kat Conley, and I work in the credit repair field. I own a company and I help individuals that suffer from low credit scores. You might have collections, charge-offs, late payments, bankruptcies on your credit report. That is all something that I help dispute. I also help you build smart credit habits and kind of keep you on track to make sure that you get to meet all your goals and achieve those milestones like purchase a home, a car, start a business, and such.
Thank you so much, Kat. And again, thank you for coming back on my podcast in 2025. We had a great conversation in 2024, a brand new year. And thank you. Kat, the first question I want to ask you tonight is that concerning credit. There are times when there might be something inadequate on your credit report. How do we do? How can we do to rectify that inadequate thing that might be on our credit?
So you can definitely take a shot at it on your own, but before you do that, I recommend reaching out to someone that knows a little bit about credit so you are going to get the results that you want. I actually wrote a guide that teaches you how to dispute on your own. So you just have to make sure that you're getting the basics down. Otherwise, you're not going to get the results you want and you're going to get depressed and you're not going to be happy and you're going to think it's pointless when it's really not. So, if if there's anything negative on your credit report, I will tell you this, anything can be removed. It doesn't matter what it is. Bankruptcies can be removed. There's so many different ways to go about having an account removed in a legal way. But the thing is, you have to know the law and you have to know how an account is supposed to report to know when to look for the errors and when to see the errors on the credit report.
Okay. And Kat, a small business. I consider myself a small business owner. So I need credit. So what kind of credit would I need to run my small business?
You would definitely need some business credit. You're not using your business credit as an entrepreneur. You are leaving lots of money on the table. You're not taking full advantage that you get just by being a business. So not only do you get really great, amazing business credit cards with 0% interest, just, you also get all kinds of tax breaks as a business owner, just as you would take advantage of those tax breaks, you also need to be taking advantage of your business credit as well.
Great. So a person that didn't have a small business is not going that way with their credit, they losing out, correct?
Most definitely. Yeah, I think so because say, for example, as a small business owner, you want to expand your business and you want to invest in some upgraded camera equipment, so you can, you know, have better quality audio or video. That is all something that you could purchase with your business credit and not have to use your own credit for it.
Right. So what is some of the information that will be included on a credit report?
So on your personal credit report, you're going to have your name, your social security number. Sometimes you'll have a phone number, your address, and then a list of all of your accounts. So for example, your auto loan, if you have an auto loan, it's going to be on there. Any credit cards that you have, any small personal loans are going to be on there. And if you've ever filed for any kind of bankruptcies, those are going to be on there. I've seen child support be on there as well. So lots of different things.
So bankruptcy, how can you clear it up off your credit? You know, you once was on it, but now you're not on bankruptcy. How can you get it off the credit?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There's lots of ways that constantly come about. People are figuring out new methods here and there. Sometimes old methods stop working. So you always have to kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. Right now, there are some people that are using the fact that the credit bureaus don't actually get the information from the bankruptcy court. It comes from a third party. So you can use that. I like to dispute bankruptcies with a data supplier called LexisNexis. So it's just many different ways that you can go about it. What works for one person may not necessarily work for the next. So with bankruptcies, it's trial and error.
Okay. How often can I go in on my credit report for free? How can I look at it for free? How often can I do that?
So you can look at your credit report for free whenever you want. You can go once a week. You can go to annualcreditreport.com and you can pull your credit report. Now, your credit, it doesn't include your credit scores though. So you might be disappointed if you're trying to look at your credit scores along with your credit report. You want to look at your credit scores, you'll have to go to each individual bureau's website.
I am in Alabama. Matter of fact, Roanoke, Alabama. So in Roanoke, Alabama, even Alabama, what would be a good credit score for the area that I live in?
That's a really, really great question. I think everyone needs to strive to be in the 700.
So how long do something negative stays on my credit report? How long do it stay?
It'll be on there for 7 years.
7 years. So after 7 years, it'll drop off.
Yes.
Okay. What is some of the best ways to pay down credit card? You know, sometimes we have a low lot of credit cards. Sometimes like more than we need sometimes. But what is the best way to pay them down?
So there's a few different methods out there. What I recommend doing is, so say for example, you have a credit card with a $500 balance and you get paid once a week. I would just put up $50 a week and pay it towards that credit card. So I think in about 10 weeks, then you'll have that paid off. Then once you have that small credit card paid off, you'll move on to the next one and you'll pay that off the same way. Just, look at it weekly, pay it off, and then go on to the next one. It's going to take you a while, of course, but you'll get there.
Okay. Would it benefit me or benefit anybody to consolidate all their credit into one bundle and start paying it off? Would that benefit?
Yes, it is beneficial. But let me add this, don't go with any of those companies that are called like a debt relief company or a debt consolidation company. They don't work like you think they do. They actually hurt your credit, and at the end, you will have paid them more than all of your debt is actually worth. So it's really, it's just terrible. I don't like them at all. I've actually gotten a few of my clients out of their debt consolidation contracts, and we had way better results just disputing and having the debts waived instead of them paying them. But if you go to like your bank or a credit union and get a loan in the amount of all of your credit card debts and use that to pay your credit cards off, that will be really, really good. And that works really well. It does wonders for your credit score.
Okay. Now, getting back to bankruptcy. Now, that is a way to eliminate a lot of your debt. If you choose to. Is that correct or incorrect?
Yes, but honestly, I only recommend bankruptcy if you have a lot of assets to protect. Say, for example, like you have a business or several businesses. You have real estate that you invest in, homes, lots of like a car collection or something like that. So unless you have a lot of assets that you want to protect, bankruptcy is not a good idea.
So, what is the consequence of me not handling my credit inadequate? What is the consequences of having I'm doing it the wrong way?
So I think bad credit is directly linked with low self-confidence. Like once I work on some of my clients' credit and their credit score goes up, their confidence just also skyrockets and some of their personalities just completely change and they just, they're confident because they can get approved again. They can get a car, they can get a place of their own. It just completely changes things. So when you don't have that freedom, it just puts you in a bad place mentally. And sometimes, it puts you in a state of mind where you just don't care at all anymore. And then it just keeps spiraling down.
So, I want to apply for a loan. Might be a loan for a house, etc., etc. But what documents do I need to apply for a loan or get a loan?
So when you're trying to apply for a home, I always recommend going with a mortgage broker versus just a regular mortgage company because the broker, you're going to have less restrictions and your chances of getting approved and getting approved with a really good score are so much better. I see it happen all the time. My clients that don't work with a broker have to jump through so many hoops because each company has their own rules. So it's very, very difficult a lot of the time. And a lot of them they don't get approved because what they're asking for is just sometimes too difficult to achieve. So always go with a broker and just, make sure your credit score is decent, 640 or higher, and make sure you have substantial income because at the end of the day, it's your income that determines how much of a loan you get approved for. But your credit score determines your interest rate and sometimes whether you get approved at all.
Okay. You kind of hit on that. What I'm going to ask you next was, what can I do to improve, get the best interest rate? Because we always concerned about what kind of interest rate we're going to get on a house, a car, etc.
Yep. So get with a mortgage broker. Working with a broker is really, really good. Like I said, if you just find a regular mortgage company, it can be very stressful and you may not get the result that you want.
In monitoring our credit, is that something that you would do also if you was hired or I need a person that outside of what you do to be monitoring my credit?
What's the question?
Monitoring your credit.
Mhm.
Do you do that? Do I need somebody outside to do the outside or you to do the monitor my credit?
So when my clients sign up with me, they also have to sign up for credit monitoring. So it monitors their score and then it also monitors their credit report at the same time.
So there might be some suspicious stuff on my credit report. How would you handle that for me?
Um, when you say suspicious, can you be a little bit more specific?
Something on there that do not supposed to be on there. Somebody have, I would say, hacked into my stuff and got stuff on there that I know that shouldn't be on there.
Okay. So if someone opened up, let's say, a credit card in your name or something like that, that's going to be usually it's very simple. Sometimes it can take a while because a lot of people are doing this right now illegally, but you would fill out an identity theft report and then you upload it to the credit bureaus, and then usually within just a few days, they'll get that removed for you. Sometimes you also have to fill out a police report, but usually you just fill out the identity theft report, and that's it.
Let me share this with you. Some years ago, I had what I would say somebody got some stuff in my name that I didn't authorize them to do because they got some of my personal information, and which I had to pay none of it back. But I was called by a agency that they would know that I owe this and owe that. And I told that company that I don't even have that card y'all say I have. I never had one, but somebody got it in my name some years ago. But I didn't have to pay none of that. I don't know what happened, but I know I didn't have to pay it.
Okay, you said you didn't have to pay it?
Didn't have to pay it.
What company was it? Just curious.
It was like a Target card, something like that.
Okay, so you just explained it to them and they're
Yeah,
like, okay, never mind. No documentation or anything.
yeah. I
That's
told that to
good.
pay.
That's good.
But it's things like that do happen to individuals. Sometimes somebody get something in their name that they did not authorize. It don't even know that about it because they got their personal information
Yeah.
and got what they wanted using somebody else's personal information.
I will tell you this, nowadays people don't really open up like credit cards and loans in other people's names because we do have all the credit monitoring. So like, if someone were to apply for anything in your name, immediately you would get that notification, like we noticed a new inquiry on your credit report and things like that. So I think nowadays what they do mostly is hack into people's bank accounts and they get it that way. They just go straight to the source.
So, what would you tell anyone that if somebody tried to hack into their credit or their bank account, what is some information you will share with the audience tonight to help protect them?
Always use different passwords for everything and don't use a password that can be easily guessed.
Okay. Okay.
I've also learned that some banks are less secure than other banks. So sometimes you just can't do anything about it. It's, it's that crazy out there on the internet, but luckily your money is insured. So if anyone were to ever, get money out of your bank account, your bank would reimburse you. But passwords, make sure your passwords are not easy to guess, your usernames aren't easy to guess. And yeah, if you don't bank online at all, that would be ideal.
Okay. Kat, I so thank you tonight for coming on Bell's Video and Audio Service Podcast. It's been great information that you have shared with me and also with the audience, and I thank you for that. So before we even go off tonight, I want you to share in your own words something that you would like to tell the audience concerning their credit, and most of all, let them know that if they need somebody of your caliber, they can reach out to you to help them with their credit. So I'm gonna open the floor up to you. So take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you do have a credit score that starts with a 4, 5, or 6, like I said, you should always strive to be in at least the 700 so you can live with the freedom that you get from having good credit. I have a $7 credit repair guide, so you can literally change your life and transform your credit for $7. It's on my website. It's katconley.com. It's KATCONLEY.com. And I also offer one-on-one credit help where I help you dispute. I do the disputing for you. We have monthly credit mentoring sessions. So I make sure that you reach all of your goals. And if that is something that you're interested in as well, just go to my website and reach out to me that way.
Right. Okay. Kat, I thank you, and I'm glad to see you again. And I don't know, I see you in Atlanta, Georgia now. She was in LaGrange, Georgia. From moving from one place to another. So I hope you're enjoying Atlanta, Georgia.
I am. There's lots of entrepreneurs up here, so I'm around like-minded people. And like I said, I can walk everywhere. I love it. So it's great.
Amen. So, any last words you want to say before we go out, Kat?
Thank you so much for having me, Mac. And I want to talk to you later because I just got a camera, and I think you might be able to give me some tips on how to use it. Do you know how to use a professional camera?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. We can talk
Okay.
about that.
Okay, great, great. Because I have no idea what I'm doing with it.
Okay, then. Well, you take care. We're gonna go out with the same way we came in.
All right.
Cause you did a great job. I appreciate you coming on this live tonight. And like I said, we got a little snow in Alabama, in Roanoke, Alabama, but it wasn't as much as in Atlanta, Georgia, though.
Coming to the stage right now, Westfest 2014. Y'all put your hands together for Mr. Demetric Allen.
Come on, baby. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Come on, baby. Yeah. Let me see you shake a tail feather. Back on up. Turn it around and step on out. Come on, Ebony Horseman. Here we go. Shake it to the right. Do the Ebony Horseman dance. Shake it to the left. Yeah. Do the Ebony Horseman dance. Now back on up. Turn it around and step on out. Baby, come on, baby. Yeah. Let me see you shake a tail feather.